Hello, I'm Dr. Brandy Lovelady Mitchell, Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at Kent Intermediate School District. Kent ISD participates in the K-Connect network as the lead convening partner in the 4th through 12th grade domain, and I am an equity advisor for the 4th through 12th grade work group. Today, my colleague, Dr. Heidi Kate, and I would like to present a strategy proposal to all of you for affirmation and feedback.
I'm Dr. Heidi Kate, Superintendent of Lighthouse and Hope Academies, and I participate in the K-Connect network as a member of the 4th through 12th grade work group. Our work group has focused on thinking about what skills and competencies students need to be ready for their next step after high school. We know that there are many factors that contribute to students being career ready, and it is difficult to identify one comprehensive metric. At this time, we are using the employment rate for young people ages 16 to 24 as a proxy measure for career readiness.
In considering key indicators of career readiness, the work group identified culturally responsive instruction as a vital component. We want students to be college, career, and culture ready. Intercultural awareness and cultural competency are critical learning areas, and our educators should model those skills in the classroom. A recent study released by the Kellogg Foundation and Alterum notes that 40% of Michigan's workers and consumers will be people of color by the year 2050. If growth rates over the last 10 years continue, non-white students will be the majority in Kent ISD by the 2029-2030 school year. This is due to a 24% increase in the non-white population over the last 10 years and a nearly 9% decrease in the white student population in Kent ISD. Our education systems must help all students learn how to respect and work with people from diverse cultures and backgrounds. One way to help facilitate that learning is by exposing students to diverse teachers.
Today, we are proposing a strategy aimed at increasing the recruitment and retention of diverse teachers in Kent County, and we are incorporating this strategy within the broader efforts to strengthen the teacher pipeline overall. Currently, we are seeing drastic reductions in the teacher pipeline across the county. One indication of this is the decrease in college students enrolling in teacher education programs. In 2008 to 2009, there were over 23,000 enrolled in teacher prep programs in Michigan. In 2015 to 2016, there were less than 8,000. This is close to a 67% drop in less than 10 years. As a result, the overall percentage of teacher certifications issued in Michigan declined by 30% over the last 5 years. When you disaggregate this decline by race, the numbers of initial certificates issued to Native and Black individuals have decreased much more, 56% and 60% respectively over the 5-year period.
Like many other places, Kent County is feeling the impact of this crisis. In response, there are numerous conversations and efforts taking place with a focus on strengthening the teacher pipeline and increasing teacher retention. As we collectively address this problem, we also recognize that we have an opportunity to focus on diversifying the teacher workforce in the process. We know that it is beneficial for all students to be surrounded by diverse people and perspectives. The benefits are often compounded for students of color who receive instruction from teachers who look like them. Our current teacher workforce in Kent County is not reflective of the diversity within our community. For example, in Kent ISD, 18% of the students are Latinx and 14% are Black. When including students who identify as Asian, 2 or more races, and other, the student body of Kent ISD is about 41% students of color. However, 95% of our teaching staff are white.
As our work group considered these gaps, we identified the initial goal of having the racial and ethnic demographics of our teacher workforce match that of the county. About 26% of Kent County residents identify as people of color, so we would like to see our teacher workforce comprised of at least 26% people of color as well. The graph you see displayed shows the current gap. In order for us to close the gap in Kent County, we would need to hire 1,538 teachers of color, including about 500 Black teachers and about 660 Latinx teachers. To put that into perspective, we would need to hire about 2 times more Black teachers than we currently have in Kent County and 5 times more Latinx teachers.
Because our teacher workforce is predominantly white, many of our students go through their entire K-12 education experience without ever having a teacher of color. More than half of all districts and 2/3 of all school buildings in Kent ISD have no Black teachers. Furthermore, 1/3 of all districts and 2/3 of all school buildings in Kent ISD have no Latinx teachers. But why does diversification of the teacher workforce matter? A recent Johns Hopkins study found that Black students who had at least one Black teacher in 4th, 5th, or 6th grade were 29% more likely to stay in school and 18% more likely to show interest in college. It also found that Black male students were 39% more likely to stay in school, 29% more likely to show interest in college.
The benefits of having diverse teachers are not limited to students of color. Studies also suggest that all students, including white students, benefit from having teachers of color because they bring distinctive knowledge, experiences, and role modeling to the student body as a whole. We believe that all of this information makes a compelling case for the strategy we are proposing. Based on a recent study from the state on teacher attrition, 8% of teachers leave the teaching workforce every year. Assuming that the attrition rate is similar for Kent County, that would mean about 630 teachers leave Kent ISD every year. If we fill half of those vacancies with teachers of color, we would close the gap between our county demographics and our teacher workforce demographics in 5 years.
This opportunity calls for a comprehensive 360-degree strategy. A small-scale program just won't be enough. So today, we are asking for your input on a system-level strategic framework strategy that we have developed. We are proposing a 4-part strategy in which our community will work collectively to inspire, train, recruit, and retain diverse teachers. Each of the 4 components are described in the strategy proposal document you have received.
Our next steps would be to organize convenings within the goal of connecting various efforts. Our goal is to identify all of the partners who are working within the 4 components and connect their efforts in a way that offers reciprocal support and allows school districts interested in doing this work to easily connect with tools and resources they need.
This effort aligns with the K-Connect mission because it demonstrates a commitment to creating quality education opportunities for students in Kent County through broad network collaboration, working to strengthen the teacher pipeline overall while focusing on the recruitment and retention of diverse teachers is an example of utilizing targeted strategies to reach universal goals. It also emphasizes culturally responsive teaching and training in both pre-service curriculum and continuing professional development for all teachers. This will help cultivate inclusive school environments for staff and students, resulting in improved school climate for all and more holistic career readiness preparation for students. In a moment, you will have the opportunity to provide feedback on our proposed strategy. Thank you in advance for helping us to refine this work.